In South Africa, we face various challenges within our education system. We have many untrained teachers, and as a result, 75% of our schools don't work. We also have high inequality in that many people do not earn enough money to survive and live on less than 16 rand a day. We have high unemployment rates, and then we have a history of apartheid, which divided people's value according to their race. So we didn't value a traditional African culture in the past, and so I wanted to create a new curriculum for arts and design that spoke about cultures coming together, that equipped students with entrepreneurial skills and enabled them to be qualified designers at the end of grade 9, as many of our students do not reach matric. So African Threads was a game that was created with no knowledge of coding. I'm using Google Sites and working online. So I've used Google Drawings with hyperlinks to create a visual design. I wanted to entice students to learn and develop their design skills. The leaderboard is created using JS3 Timeline to create a visual leaderboard, and there's a quick scoreboard that's up using Google Sheets on Google Sites. So I'm just going to show you the timeline scoreboard. So here you can see the different characters, how they have progressed through the game, and they could choose their own image and avatar, which gave them a sense of student agency in the way that they learned. This character is called Loading, and another character is called Chicken is True Love. And so the game sort of progresses as the students choose their character and avatar, and they can add a little description of their characters. The next aspect of the game is based on different quests. So the major quest that the students are working on is a fashion store. So they learn design skills and how to create their own logo, how to design their own African textile prints, and then these are turned into actual garments that they produce and sell online. It was very important that in the South African context, the students learned a heart of empathy. And so the store gives them real life experience, and the funds raised from the store will be given to charity. This heart of empathy is based on the storybook that the students read throughout the game. And this is based on the journey of two characters called Lutando and Lucy, and they start learning about traditional Ndebele culture based on their conversations with Lutando's mother, Maimgidi, and a local fashion design student, Nonkabile Mschletzer. It was really important that throughout the game, the students learned the power of culture and how it affected society, as well as specific design skills. So throughout the story, the characters talk about various arts and design careers. Many of the students in grade 9 will leave school early, or they will choose subjects at the end of the year in grade 10, and it was important that they understood how art could be used to create a powerful career. At the end of the book, Lutando and Lucy learn about the Born Free campaign, which was designed in 2014, where various designers used Wanchi Muti's prints to design collections that were sold on Shopbop and raised money for Born Free, which is a charity organization that provides pills for mothers with HIV so that their children don't get infected with HIV. So it prevents mother-to-child transmission. And I thought this was a really lovely campaign that spoke about how international designers were creating change within South Africa and gave the students a practical example of empathy. They also learn about a local entrepreneur, Sam Mensah, who designed Kisiwa, which is an online store that is really changing the way fashion is sold in South Africa, and he now dresses celebrities such as Beyonce. The students then learn a variety of quests. So for example, there's the art quest throughout the game, and this teaches them the language of art, which is a universal language, texture and line. So the game does have a global feel, although it is specifically based on South African culture. So the students learn how to understand texture, line, color, and they can apply this knowledge to any artwork in the world and develop their knowledge of art. Each career has its own quest, and so they learn about fashion designers, graphic designers, and the quests themselves take them to presentations that are full of interactive videos, and they also link to innovation quests. So this video is about how Christopher Gerber designed a new type of printer and created a living textile that adapts into a shoe, and so students actually can earn bonus points through innovation quests such as designing shoes or designing textiles that could be used to heal burn victims or used in medicine. And then they also learn about places where they can study textile design and what it means to be a textile designer and run your own business. I wanted to introduce an aspect of simulation into the game, and so in one part of the game the students can go on a virtual tour. So the designer that they're studying, Nkubine Mhletse, is inspired by Soweto, and many of the students that I teach may come from a privileged background, and so they've never been into the streets of Soweto. So I wanted to give the students a feeling of what it was like to live in a South African township, so they can use Street Tour and Tour Builder to physically walk around the township. I've also used Tour Builder to take students on adventures to different universities so they can see what it's like to study in different places globally, as well as take them to places all around the world. So it really has a global feel, although it is based specifically on South African culture, and they learn a variety of skills. There's also a discussion group where students can improve their communication skills. So it's really an interactive game that was built without any knowledge of coding, but talks specifically to our South African society and the challenges that we face in education.